never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. I call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set. 90 Wolf. Get him. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On play action, Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively. No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Rodgers to throw for on 4th. He's got White here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
54 Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 6-0 our score after one. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. He's to the 10, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
70, Indy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they get it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Henry Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey. Defense.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, it's Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons! Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look again.
This is Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He hits White, complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can back into it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, check 26.
Right there. 50.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Deion Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
319.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
On play action, now Rodgers. And Anderson's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A run for Nick Chubb. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yes, yes. 45.
They're going to look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the...
You
just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Mostert. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. They go play action here on 1st down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Robbie Anderson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Falcons 34, Panthers 3. Mike Badgley sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Hey, watch the slant.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Speed Griffin.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage. But
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Heavy on the edges. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers 3.
Hey, 40's Mike.
Yeah.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
16 yards, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease so they can run through it. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Come on,
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And Eifert has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Austin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
13, fellas, 13, watch 13.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Rodgers looking to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joey Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
That's right, baby. They don't want me to do it.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got right here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds. Go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back.
30 base. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Ready?
They run. Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On the ground, it's Chubb. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.